So, Andy, you've nominated people who still trust banks. Now, I'm assuming you have a bank account.
I do.
So you do include yourself in this, do you?
I don't... Well, I've had a few problems with my bank recently. In fact, I was trying to pay a tax bill, because some comedians do pay their taxes. But yes, I was trying to pay a tax bill, and there was a problem, phoned up the bank, and there was a lady who said that there were limits in place to prevent fraud, Mr. Parsons. And so we argued a bit. I said, well, obviously, you know it's not fraud because you spent the last 5 minutes checking I am who I say I am, and you obviously don't think that I'm not who I say I am because you keep calling me Mr. Parsons. Right. But also, in the whole history of crime, has anybody tried to defraud anybody else by paying their tax bill for them? And she said, oh, I'm terribly sorry. I'll get my supervisor to give you a call back. 5 minutes later, I get a call back. Hello, is that Mr. Parsons? Yes, it is Mr. Parsons. I just need to ask you a few security questions to check you are who you say you are. Who the hell do you think I am? Some burglar who's just broken in on the off chance so you can pick up the phone hoping that it may be a bank who's a bit loose with some security details.
In order to prevent all this delusion, what would be the alternative to having a bank account?
Well, I suppose you could always try Wonga.com, couldn't you? Current interest rate, I believe, 4,214%. But I still blame the banks for the success of Wonga. Because, essentially, it's because the banks won't lend, will they? You know, and why won't they lend? That's what banks are supposed to do. Oh, I'm a prostitute. Do you have sex? No. Just breakdown cover and pet insurance.
You have a bank account, I'm assuming.
Listen, I'm in terrible, terrible debt, and by the time this goes out, I might even be in prison.
Really?
Yes. I've tried Wonga, and they said no. That's how bad it is.
That is embarrassing, isn't it? Being turned down by Wonga. So you've now had to go somewhere that charges 5,000% instead.
Have you tried selling your unwanted gold? Because that's what I do.
Do you sell the unwanted gold?
Yeah, well, I watch a lot of daytime television, not really having any friends or a job, and they're always saying, send us your unwanted gold. And I've got a surprising amount lying about my house. Just like pirate chests full of gold. And I just send them in envelopes and they send me a cheque for £5. It's turned out to be a very profitable relationship.